How's it going, everyone? KingBlackToof here. So, let me ask you a question. Who would win out of all the players in Gwent with their relative decks, or a couple of ancient Foggy boys? The reason I'm asking this is because I've been playing my Fog deck recently, and I've been having decent success with it. You know, it's a lot of fun. I've been winning in really cool ways, and you know, we've adapted it a bit. So it's not like you've seen it, and we tried to make it a more legitimate deck, because I only built it out of a bit of a joke. Let's use ancient foglets. But now we're trying to make it a serious looking deck here. I do appreciate that I'm not on the higher echelons of MMR. So, you know, about 3,000 is where I'm playing at the minute. So it's not because I'm losing, I just haven't put enough time into it. So I do appreciate that people are making mistakes. Decks are not optimized. They're not the top tier 1 decks. So you probably get less results up there. But the deck is strong. I mean, we do have a lot of power. We managed to compete with a lot of strong games, you know, a lot of strong decks in certain rounds and stuff, which is nice. We have a lot of choice with the Drowners as well. And we definitely have the novelty, which is really nice. It's a big deal to me. It's nice to see the ancient Foggy boys coming back for a little bit. It's nice to see the She-Troll being played occasionally. So, you know, we definitely have a strong deck. We have nice choice. We have a lot of fun in it, I feel, and, you know, novelty aspects. So I think it's a nice deck, and I hope you all enjoy it. I'm going to explain how to play it, what's in there, and why it's in there, and then we'll see some games as well. You know, it was basically built to use the ancient foglets and try and build a monster fog archetype. Like I said, we've changed it, tried to make it legitimate now. So we take 3 impenetrable fogs, a woodland spirit, and a dagon for all fog purposes. So we've got 5 fogs in the deck. I want to ask you a question on why you think Dagon's gone out of favour quite a bit. It's a really hard one to pinpoint, I think. His base strength has decreased a little bit, but he used to be so popular. But now you see more Unseen Elders than you do. I think it's because of, like, people clearing weathers a bit more. Clear Skies is a little bit better, and, you know, things like Slyzard have come in, so you can easily access things that the Unseen Elder kills and stuff, you know. But, yeah, so we use 5 weather cards here. 5 hazard cards, sorry. We also take 1 Foggy boy, and this Foggy boy, I could be convinced to use 2. This is something I'm going to experiment later. We do have 5 weathers, so maybe 2 Foggy boys for thinning purposes could be taken, but for now we just use the 1. We also take ancient Foggy boys. They're the main reason the deck was built, to just try them out. Now, I do think they're underwhelming, but they do provide some nice sort of like potential value over time, and people forget about them often. Be aware that it's a great muzzle target. It's 8 strength, it won't go up immediately, so it's maximum value of muzzle, and they'll get the value of a fog being on the board. So it's a very good muzzle target, so be careful about that. Next, we have Drowners. They're going to be the primary source of value in this deck. You get a lot of choice to disrupt and do damage and kill with the Drowners. Now, there is a negative when you're using Fog and Drowners over Frost and Drowners. If you're taking a 6 strength Imperia Enforcer, for example, the Nilfgaard card which pings you for 2. If you had Frost and a Drowner, you could kill that card. You move it into Frost. It does 4 damage to it, and then the Frost kills it off. Whereas now, if you Drowner it into the Fog, and there's another unit in that row, you're actually going to not kill it. It's going to sit there at 2 strength unless it's the one that gets hit, the highest strength on the row, which is very unlikely. So there is a negative that you can't kill off certain 6 strength cards with a Drowner and Fog, like you can with a Drowner and Frost. So make sure you're totally aware of that. So we've got a Monster Nest for another Drowner, which is really good. You could also use it for an ancient Foggy boy if you want. We take Artifact Compression. You could try Scorch, but I'm worried about the ancient Foggy boys blocking it sometimes, but that's something else to experiment with. The other aspect of the deck, apart from, you know, gaining value from Drowners, gaining value from Foggy boys, ancient Foggy boys, that type of thing, is Lacerate and the She-Troll into Rotfiend. And that is because we want to use the opponent's natural instincts to stack or avoid fog to get massive value on a stacked row. And we do that in a couple of ways. So obviously they will avoid the fog. And we use that with Geralt a little bit as well. So we want to make sure that they stack up on about, you know, a couple of rows. And to really get the maximum effect from Geralt is that we fog a melee row And by fogging the melee row, even if they don't have something there, like say if you have to go first, you fog the melee row, they'll instinctively put things into the ranged or the siege. And after a board is built up, you can push things back from the ranged into the siege row and get good value for it from a lacerate or sea troll. So it really works well quite a lot. Now, in terms of value, she troll and lacerate are very similar. You will get more value from a she troll with less units on the board, but with more units, lacerate becomes more powerful. But also, you're less likely to lose value on she troll. It's a novelty choice for me. She's nice, and I like her. She's like my favorite lady in the game now. Trollolo in a dress, basically. Kind of does what old Trollolo used to do. But just be aware that, you know, there might be better silvers, and take a second lacerate if you want in that respect. But you know, the rest is kind of self-explanatory. I think we've got a Frightener, we've got a Bois for clear weather or Baracus Venom, we've got Caretaker for choice, Gels for, you know, repeated pulling of certain cards. The one card which I'm going to look at and experiment with is the Neca Warrior. We are experimenting with it right now. We put it in because the Slyzard sometimes didn't have enough targets. Like it couldn't pull out an Ancient Foglet, or it couldn't pull out a Drowner. So we put the Neca Warrior in to copy one of these two, to put more in the deck for the Slyzard. But it's not been performing well. So I'd be more interested in either sticking in a Archgriffin in its place, or maybe another Foggy Boy, like I mentioned earlier, putting in 2 Foggy Boys instead. But at the minute, I'm just going to leave it as probably an Archgriffin, and we'll see how we can do with that. But in the game, you'll see Neca Warriors. So that is the deck. Hope you enjoy it. Let's have a watch of some games, and you can start to see how the fun and the strength and the novelty really come through to create it's a nice fun deck to play. And you know, you will win. It will make you go up in ranked if you're relatively low, or if you're mid, you can still win. If you're in the top MMR, you're probably not interested in this deck, but you know, maybe you're playing casual. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you again very soon. Why Neca Warrior? We tried the Neca Warrior to ensure that our Slyzard have value, but I think the Neca Warrior is something we will change out because it's not performing like we want it to. Spawning Foglet. Yeah, I know, I just thought about that. I thought, why would you ever spawn a Foglet? What? What? Why would you ever do that? You're mad. You're a madman. Now, I've only got one Foglet in the deck. I really feel like the Foglets need to be redone again. If they're going for a full archetype. If they're not, then it's fine. It's just that there's no point putting more than 2 maximum in your deck, I don't think. Like, I do have 3 Fogs on me now. If I played these 3 Fogs, I'd get all my Foglets. But you don't play your Fogs that quickly. You know, so the Foglets would stay in the deck, sort of threatening to molest me a little bit. But I didn't want it.
Mankind is a
virus. Plague. Oh yeah, leader as well. We've got a lot of weathers on this one. So I mean, his is probably a non-weather deck, and his is just as effective as mine. I mean, I don't... You say the fog shouldn't be damaged by fog, but I mean, it's really not that big a deal usually. Like, it's so rare that fog's played, I think, that it's not really something you come across. Okay.
Not your lucky day.
I am sadness.
Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So she's a 24 value at the minute. We'll probably pass. Yeah, that makes sense. For the carryover, that would be really impressive. Powerful, yeah. Right. So. About. Sorry, I got rushed there, but what are you talking about? Fog won't be enough. I've already got my fog lit. Alright, because these buff. Oh, I would have done, yeah. Fog would have been enough. Ran out of time to figure out what you guys were talking about. Too late now. Well, it would be a tie. No, I don't think it would be. Might be, I don't know. I didn't calculate the weather either, so... No. Well, he would have gone down by 1 or 2, or 4 even. I would have gone down by 2, I would have gained 3. I wouldn't have gained anything from the fog. You know, it's difficult. Delay, please. Okay. Was 7 enough? How you doing, Bane? Yeah, this is a She-Troll Ancient Foglet deck. Doing quite well. I do like it. I like it a lot. He put something in my graveyard for his caretaker. That'd be right. Like my star, thank you. Alright, let's see if he's got another weather clear. He can caretaker my guy. My buyer. Won't be worth much, but... He's got Dark Gary, Slyzard. Slyzard can't pull anything. The Crown of Dark Gary, that type of thing. He's stacking, which is nice.
Ledwed varledo sial moga. I do not mince words on principle.
Yeah, it's Gwent up. Okay. And here go for the value. Kaboosh! Yeah, I haven't got any value left. I love it. Yes, yes, stack more for me. Exactly. Oh wow, he's got another one. Another one. Oh, we're still alive. Can he do? Is that like 20 strength? Oh, he can do 20 strength! Oof. Oof. Thank you. I love Cheat Troll. My newest waifu. I do like her. I do like her a lot. It just feels good to be low MMR, honestly. Just feel pretty good. And the thing is, this wouldn't work higher up. And that makes me sad. Because I'm having a lot of fun with it. Opponent goes first. Rat Star
Long
Ramon.
live the king!
Right. So it looks like he's a. He exists as a deck. It is the fun part, laddie. Yeah. I wonder if he's going for Northern Realms army. You don't see that much anymore. Pro laddered isn't. Surely not. Meme decks thrive on pro ladder.
Left,
good pass.
right, left, right.
Bladder ass!
The anti-fog deck. Yeah. So I mean, like the drummers are actually kind of similar to ancient foglets. They don't have a requirement though, and they're 7, so Alzorable. Oh, he's pulling them all out.
Again and again and again.
So generally speaking, we pass here, don't we? Caretaker. G-Troll Roach Frightener. Yeah, I think we'll be right. That's a good card. We've got She-Troll and Frightener. There's 2 possible options later on. want the she-troll, so he's going to be the last thing I play. But it could very well be the Frightener. Okie dokie. Do the same sort of thing, put the Fog on melee, make him stack on those two. Twin was scared of that emote. Northern Realms don't have any movement, do they?
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Long live, etc., etc.
I really don't know if Jade figurine is the answer here. I need to get rid of it. I can't let it go. If I leave it there, then Jade figurine is the answer. To be fair, if I don't have to Jade figurine it. I can Jade figurine it whenever I want and see if anything else is better. But I've got to make a decision whether I want to Geralt art it away. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do it first. I want to make sure I get rid of it first, but I'll do the drummer now, I think.
No blood scum must die, die, die.
Right, I don't need to take his armor off yet.
Left, right, left, right,
right, left, right. I mean, he could go for the armor now. He could wait.
You stand before royal majesty.
Yeah.
For enemy!
Oh god. It's got loads of armor, it's not doing anything, which is great.
Long live the king!
So we'll probably use Geralt Ard. Push that, and one of these back. Quite difficult. This deck feels like it's here to counter me. Now, those guys are not locked and sealed, the heavy cavalry. At least we've got 3 targets now.
Not your lucky day.
Oh god, that armor. I think you found the counter to She-Troll. See? We shall see.
For the king!
Okay.
Ledwed varledo sial nogar. Oh, what wants you?
It's definitely doable for him, definitely. Okay, a bit more
For the
armor.
king!
And this... It's worth going on the back row, I suppose. Not much value, but what's his last card? I mean, Commander's Horn is probably close, like Dijkstra Commander's Horn. I don't know how many golds he's used. One. He's used one, fuck. He hasn't used any golds at all. No golds. I win! Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.